I didn't think I was recording there. Hello. Welcome to the. How many episodes have we done? This is the sixth.
Yeah, it's just like
Sixth.
Yeah, we go six.
Sixth installment of Silly Geese podcast. I'm off my head today. Oh, I'm too tired. Um,
so
I'm too sick.
so I know we always seem to give a bit of context on this because we never record on the time we're meant to record, especially recently. So this is our first time back since last Wednesday, right?
yeah.
So 2 weeks ago. It's currently right now. It's the 7th of November, the day this comes out. We're recording this. But sure, that's what happens when you watch the movie real late on a Saturday. I suppose that's my fault.
Alright. Well,
Yeah,
no, it's not your fault. We saw it. Me and Thomas saw it.
no,
Friday.
it's his fault.
No, it's his fault. We could have seen it or we could have recorded yesterday if I went with yous, but I don't know. Or if I just went earlier.
Nah, it's grand.
But sure luck and sure listen, we'll move. But I'm wrecked, so I don't know how I'm gonna get through this.
I had a match yesterday, and then I had to walk for an hour from my club, and I was gone.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot to sponsor you for
The money's already been given in.
that. Oh. What's it called? No, yeah. What did you just think before we actually talk about the movie? What did you just think about
I love it.
Thomas?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I feel like Thomas has to say it thoroughly at least once every one of these podcasts.
Hey, I'm not much of a Marvel fan, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, you've only really gotten into Marvel recently.
Yeah.
I think it was probably Spider-Man Far From Home around then is when you started watching. Or
Yeah.
around WandaVision is when you really started watching Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
Obviously you'd seen the Hulk and stuff before that, but I don't know, you've really kind of jumped into it now.
Yeah.
But I'm loving this movie. I don't agree with any of the reviews. Before we started watching this, I was just checking something about the film, and a review popped up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was something about Chloe. How did Chloe Zhao make this movie look so bad? And I was like, "What are you saying?" We'll get to it. But I have no real news. So do yous?
I do, but I'll let Thomas go first.
Oh, jeez. All right. Not ready, but all right. First bit of gaming news, Marvel Avengers. In Marvel Avengers, the game, Spider-Man was leaked in the gear screen in one of the streams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it just the same Spider-Man from the PS4 game?
I don't know, because we only saw a bit of his head.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's fair.
A speedrunner completed Ocarina of Time in 4 minutes. So,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Nintendo Switch sold 19 million units.
When? Just in general?
Yeah, just in general now.
Oh, okay. I know Mario Kart 8. I don't know if you have it written down, but Mario Kart 8 is now the most successful Mario Kart game.
Huh.
I don't know if you
I don't have it.
That's because it includes Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch, because they're technically the same game. But yeah, it's overtoppled Mario Kart Wii.
Cool.
Sorry, Thomas, I didn't mean to steal the spotlight.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Nintendo invests 900 million in expanding game software.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I actually didn't hear about that. I wonder what wild theories people have towards that.
Maybe they'll put at least a few bit of the money towards the online.
Hopefully. You know, I think it's like the reason their online is so bad is because they haven't updated their servers since like the Wii. So
Oh,
it's all running on like really bad servers, but if they just took like a week to turn all the servers off, they would be able to update them and it would be like good connection. But I don't know. I don't 100% know about that.
yeah.
Is that it?
No. One
Alright.
one bit left. Uh, the Skyrim Anniversary Edition will be selling for €50 or $50 in US. But if you already own the special edition, you can just get the anniversary edition for an extra 20.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. I like when they do stuff like that where it's like, oh, well, if you have this, you can just. There's no point buying it again.
Yeah,
Also, for everyone wondering, Thomas is sick.
I am very sick.
He's absolutely dying. Um, so that's why he has his tissues out.
Oh, Jesus, I'm already almost out of them.
Thomas, I have a pack
Yeah.
here for you.
Oh,
I brought these
thanks.
to the cinema with me. Because I went with someone and they were like, "Oh, I'm probably gonna cry during this because I cry at like everything ever," and they had said it to my mom. So when I was like packing my bag before like getting on the bus, mom turned to me and goes, "Oh, here you go," and handed me like a full pack of tissues, and I was like, "This would be funny." They did use them during the movie.
Of course.
They like started crying. I noticed, and I was like, "Do you want the tissues?" And they were like, "Yeah, please get me the tissues." Oh God, fucking love this movie. Anyway, Neve's news.
Right. Gonna be honest, I only looked at this morning. Too busy. Um, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Invero star in the new Wicked movie, which is I think in production
Yeah, I think
right
so
now.
too.
Haven't seen Wicked, don't really give a shit, but it's alright.
I haven't seen it either, but I like some of the songs from it,
Oh yeah, some of the songs are banging.
like "Defying Gravity." Oh, what a song!
Defying gravity.
Huh?
Um,
Never mind, Thomas.
Spencer was released Friday, and it's been given good reviews so far. That's the new Princess Diana movie. It's set over the Christmas where her and Charles decide to get a divorce.
Oh, okay,
And
that's cool.
Kristen Stewart is playing Diana. She looks fucking deadly in the role.
Class.
It
I hadn't
it
actually
looks
heard of that.
good.
I don't think.
It is very much a drama, and there probably will be like little to no humor in it at all.
Yeah.
I forget who's directing it, but it looks good.
Okay. Yeah, let me check who is
Oh.
directing it while you're getting your next piece of news up.
I have it ready. Defying gravity.
Pablo Larraín, who has done. What else has he done?
Sounds like fuck all.
I can't like see anything that I recognize. He's
Mhm.
produced a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't think he's directed anything else. No, yeah, he's only. This is his first directing movie, I think.
Well,
Oh
good luck.
wait, no, it isn't.
It's not. Um, but yeah, it looks very interesting because most of the time, when like especially like with the crown and all that, you just kind of see it like gradually,
Yeah,
but you know exactly what's happening, and you kind of see the downfall of like even Diana's like mental health
yeah,
because she did come out with being like anorexic and like suffering with depression and all this. And it's just kind of nice to see that part and not just they got married, they got a divorce, she
She
died.
died, yeah. It's very, like, built up in a way.
Yeah. And it's nice. It's nice. It's a change of pace.
Yeah, that is cool.
But
I might
anyway,
watch that when hopefully it comes to, like, streaming soon.
hopefully. Now my final piece of news. I'm not going on for yonks. Christopher Nolan announced the cast for his new World War II film. So far, what I've found is that Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, and then one of Nolan's favourites, Cillian Murphy, are coming back.
That's
To do
deadly. That seems like a really good cast. I saw Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting recently.
Yeah, I actually need to watch that.
So good. I didn't even finish it, but I'm just like, this is such a good movie.
Yeah.
I need to finish it. I'll probably finish it later today when I'm doing homework and stuff.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting like Robert Downey Jr. to be in a Nolan film. I don't know why.
Yeah. Or just Robert Downey Jr. still acting because he's like 60 or close to it.
Yeah,
He's like
for sure.
56. I always forget that he's like still working.
Yeah, but then again, it's Robert Downey Jr. He's going to be probably working for like another 10 years.
And the rest,
Yeah.
I'd say he'll probably just produce and direct for like the rest of his life. Kind of like Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood, who has a movie coming out as well. Another one.
Does he?
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called. It's like L something.
Wood movie. Ah. It's Cry Macho.
Cry Macho, yeah. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it
I
does.
don't know if he's in it or if he's just directing it, but I think in all of his stuff that he directs, he's also like in.
Yeah, I think he is in it.
Okay, because
Yeah.
he directed The Mule, and obviously he's like the main character in it.
Yeah, he plays Miko.
Okay.
Whoever Miko is.
Probably
Yeah, but
just
that's all my news.
fair enough. Alright, I guess we should just go. Wait, go on.
It wasn't a slow week. I just wasn't arsed.
Yeah, I know. Fair enough. I think we should start talking about the real meat and potatoes of this. The Eternals.
Yes.
What a film.
What?
So we're gonna do non-spoilers first. It's kind of just stuff that was in the trailer and like, you know, stuff that was kind of more well known before it.
Yeah.
Basically, the first like 10 minutes. No, yeah, All right, I have a couple notes here that I just wanted to list out. First of all, my first note is just everyone in this movie looks sexy all the time.
Yeah.
Chloe Zhao, especially Gilgamesh, especially Druig, especially
Tina,
especially Icarus.
just all of them.
They all
Apart
look,
from who is literally 14.
yeah,
Just
gonna
Yeah.
yeah. But they're all very good. They're all very like good actors, and they're all very captivating. What have I seen? You probably know this, Neve. What have I seen Icarus in before?
Rocket Man, the bodyguard.
Is he the guy in Rocket Man?
He's Elton's lover who's a dick.
I fucking said that during the movie. I was like, I don't know why, but his like face and his voice is reminding me of your man from Rocket Man, who's a dick.
Yeah,
I said it to them, and they were like, "Oh, okay."
yeah, it's Richard Madden.
Yeah,
Absolute.
he's very good.
Ma-
He's very good in
Absolute
this as well. We'll talk about it in spoilers more, but okay, locations featured in this movie. Obviously, you can't just go to these locations now because they don't exist anymore. But like, and obviously you can't record in the Amazon rainforest. But like Babylon, Mesopotamia, Western India, South Dakota, Alaska. Some of these scenes were filmed in the Canary Islands, islands of Fuerteventura, Lanzarote, and England. I mean, England is like the London scenes, obviously, but like I'm
Yeah.
sure there's probably some like foresty kind of wooded scenes that they filmed in England.
Yeah.
The
Um,
Amazon was, the
sorry.
Amazon was in England. The Amazon was in England.
Imagine how wild that would be. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. There's like very little of this done on a soundstage.
Mm,
I don't know any of the scenes that are other than probably just the celestial scenes.
probably.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I can't really think of any other scenes in this movie that would have been other than
No.
maybe like Icarus. I keep trying to call him Phoenix. I don't know why, but Icarus is like flying scenes, obviously.
Yeah, him just going. Vroom.
But yeah, no, it's very well done, and
Mhm.
a lot of people I know IGN had said it, and I saw a couple other reviews complaining about the scenery. That there's a
No.
lot of like, I think IGN kind of put it as there's way too much trying to show the location they're in
Yeah.
without showing it dynamically, which I get, but at the same time I don't kind of agree. I think they show it very dynamically, and I think they show it off. This movie is bursting with life,
His.
Yeah.
and it's bursting with like passion. Like you can tell the actors are very passionate about this movie.
Yes. Even
Um,
like Chloe herself, like directing it, you can just see the way that even excuse me, the way that she's directing it, it comes across that she very much cares
she
about
very
this.
much cares, and she wants it to do well. You can even I don't know who it was, but someone on the cast when they were thinking when it got review bombed recently because of like the gay character in it.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but they basically just put up on Twitter, "Look, lads, we're offending the right people." So you can
Oh,
tell
so
that.
it's Kingo.
Oh,
I
it's is it Runji? I can't remember his name. He's beautiful and he's extremely built. I don't remember if this is a fact or if this is something from a different movie or something, but it could have been him that was like they started filming when he was one like size in like muscles. And then by the end of filming he was a completely different size and they had to reshoot some scenes. That could be a completely different movie. I don't know. He is addicted to working out though.
Mm,
Because he was on Scrubs, wasn't it?
I don't know.
He was
He
on
was on.
some medical show, but yeah, then he just kind of got this, and he was like, "Oh well, now I have to look like Superman," and now he looks like he could fucking clock Superman. He looks like he could headbutt Superman, and Superman would die. um, he's good in this, but yeah, no, he was like, you can tell that a lot of the cast, and you can tell as well with Chloe because she didn't care if the movie got well obviously she would care but like when the kind of first rumors came out about or not rumors but confirmation that there's like a gay character like openly gay character and we get to see his like family life she was
Yeah.
like um she was like talking about how she doesn't really care if it gets censored in China because it was probably going to get censored anyway because of her like how she's like spoken out against them in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, she can. It's very clear that she wants this movie to be available everywhere, but she knows in the current state of the world that won't happen because
Mm-hmm.
it's already been banned in Saudi Arabia.
Being banned in Saudi Arabia, given an 18 rating in Russia.
It's
Think if you would have been
it's definitely gonna be banned in China, but because Shang-Chi was a possible ban in China, wasn't there?
it was banned.
It was banned.
I could be
Yeah.
wrong. It was banned for a while anyway.
Mm. But no, this I don't know. I really like this movie.
There's,
I I mean, it's obviously gonna get pirated in China and it's gonna get pirated in Saudi Arabia and everything. So like,
yeah.
it won't matter too much, but it will still affect the box office so much because China
Mm-hmm.
eats this shit up.
Does.
Um, I think like I think it's like half of like Aquaman's box office or something came from China, or like a quarter of it, because apparently they love Aquaman over there.
They love Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, famous American actor, they eat him up.
They were like, yes, give me Jason
Give us
Momoa.
this.
More.
Do I have any other notes? No, I don't. Um, the sex scene got very overhyped. Everyone
Yeah.
was like, oh, "There's a sex scene in this movie. Oh my god, my eyes." There's not. It's more of like a hint.
Yeah, but
There's no like nudity.
no, but it's very nice the way that it's done. That it's
Uh,
not just a graphic sex scene in the middle
yeah,
of a very film.
yeah. Like I just don't want to say it because it's not in the trailers to my knowledge, but like it's just a sex scene. It's very short. It's just like
It's 30 seconds.
I don't even think it is. I think it's like 10.
Yeah. It's your bog average.
It's your bog average. Apparently, it took them 25 minutes to record that whole scene, and it was one shot, like one take. And afterwards, they were like, "Yes, this looks." But yeah, this whole movie looks mwah. I don't know what I can talk about without spoilers. The deviant design,
Yes,
so good.
very good.
I think it's great.
The one, even the one that's like humanoid, that's in the trailers. I'm allowed to talk about him.
That creeps me out.
He's so creepy looking.
He creeps me. I'm like, "Ugh."
And the way he like kind of puts his like weird tentacle things against Stina,
Mm.
and he's like, I don't know,
You can't save them all. And she's like,
it's very fucking good. Oh my god! But just the deviant design is so dynamic.
mm.
I use that word so much, but like, there's so much going on. It's not just like a grey wolf. It's like a grey wolf, and it has fucking big teeth, and it has like tentacles all over the place, and it's
So
able
I'm
to
looking
run.
at He's dead.
I haven't been looking at Thomas at all.
He's just dead like that.
But like, just yeah, all the deviants are great, and some of them have wings, and like, some of them have like beaks and stuff. It's just
Yonka has a long tail that came out
yeah,
of nowhere.
very out of nowhere.
The-
I like how all these Eternals are like what we base our stories on. So obviously Icarus. I think it's referenced that Sprite told a child about the story of Icarus flying too close to the sun.
yeah,
Um,
Tina,
Athena
which
is obviously the god of war, but there's also a reference to her being the Lady of the Lake in the King Arthur story. She's like King Arthur's love interest.
she's a busy woman.
She's flat out.
Angelina Jolie is flat out.
Angelina Jolie is very good in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I've seen her in, but she's very good in this. I think
She's
that's.
in
she's
Mrs. Smith
Oh right, yeah. I
with
don't think I've seen
Brad.
it. With Brad.
With Brad.
Which Brad?
Brad Pitt,
I was thinking.
her former husband.
Oh, were they like married at the time?
I don't know. It was 2001. So give me a minute. I'll do some research. Brad Pitt. Oh, I spelled his name wrong. I believe.
How? It's like 8
Don't
letters.
ask.
Or wait.
I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Alright, Thomas.
Get that go over here.
Thomas just went and slapped his dog.
Rip Dinky.
Rip Dinky.
Married.
I kind of wish I picked up an Eternals Pop Funko. I don't think I saw any in GameStop, but I wish I picked one up.
They were married from the 23rd of August 2014 to April 2019.
Oh,
And
okay.
Angelina Jolie has said the trauma on her life there's like a trauma, or like she has trauma from getting custody of her kids of Brad.
Jesus.
But I'll tell you what, we'll get into that a different day.
Jesus Christ.
I love Brad. I love Brad Pitt, but
That's not very good.
no.
um,
There's so much I want to say, but it's all
there's so much
spoilers.
I want to say. Kit Harington is good in this movie. I don't know if he's in the
Yes.
trailers or not, but it's quite obvious he's in this movie. He's very good. He's
Go
not
on,
in it
Jon
very
Snow.
much.
He's not in it very much, but for what he's in, he's good.
He's in it at the start, and then he's in it at the very end. He's in it at the start very prominently, though.
Oh my god, Stinky. Sorry.
But yeah, no, this movie's. I think we should just go straight into spoilers because I can't tiptoe around this.
Anymore.
Thomas, do you have anything on the first 10 minutes?
It's good.
I think it
Oh.
was. Oh, go on.
So you know at the start,
Yes.
it's like in the beginning.
Hmm.
I don't know why they remind me of B movie and how B movie starts.
It reminded me of Star Wars. I didn't know the movie
Yeah.
had started at this point when I was reading that. Because it's because it doesn't have the Marvel Studios logo. It's just in
Yeah.
the beginning and it's all text. And I wasn't really paying attention when it came on. And then I
Yeah.
looked up and I was like, oh, because I just thought it was a cinema thing, oh, dude, this
In the
is.
beginning.
No, but I thought it was because the cinema we go to does a lot of self promo for themselves. So I was kind of just thinking is this even a warning for graphic content, for partial nudity? But no, it's not.
Yeah, fucking the lad that I was sitting next to when we went to go and see it, because me and Thomas saw with two other people, he just turned to me and went in the beginning, And I was like,
Oh,
"Shut up."
that's where that came from. I was playing Terraria with them the other day, and all I kept hearing was in the beginning, and I was like, "What is this referencing?" And they were like, "No, no, no, no." They just didn't tell me. I was so upset.
It was so annoying. No.
Oh god. Alright, I want to talk about spoilers because this is just
Alright. This is a spoiler warning.
spoiler warning.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
At about 20.
You got 10 seconds.
You don't
10,
have 10 seconds.
Right, we'll skip the 10 seconds. Spoilers. This is your
The
fault if you.
I like how this movie is a mystery. So for anyone that's seen it, I realized going in that I didn't see many trailers for this beforehand anyway, but every trailer I had seen, all the scenes that I had seen were very minimal. They all take place in 4 areas, and it's all within the first half an hour of this movie.
Yeah.
There's the scene in Western India, I think, is the first kind of battle scene against the deviants. I think it's I don't know if it's Western India actually, or Western Asia, sorry. But that's all from the trailers. Then there's the Druid kind of forest Amazon stuff. Good bit of that, a little bit of that was in the trailers. And then
It
a
was,
lot of the end is in the trailers, but it's cut in a way that it makes it look like it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is not a bad performance in this whole movie.
Nope.
But then again, there's no actors in this movie. When you really think about it, the main actors in this movie are the Eternals and Kit Harington. And the two we'll talk about in a minute in the post credits.
And Kingo, sorry, I keep saying his name wrong. Kingo's personal assistant.
Yeah. What's his name? Pavul? I think his name is Pavul. Can you please check that?
Oh, I'm already on it, lad.
But there's also another guy called Jack, who was the guy in the bar who's talking to Sprite's illusion of herself as an adult.
Karun.
Sorry. I'm gonna write that down.
Karun.
So, because I remember hearing it and I was like, it's just Karen, but with extra steps. He's very funny.
Oh, he's so funny.
Him and Kingo's relationship. The fact that Kingo's like, I worked with this man for 50 years, he knows everything about me, and that they're making a documentary on the Eternals, and how he's carrying around like 4 cameras on him at all times. It's
Oh,
very well
he's so
done.
funny.
He was great. I enjoyed every scene he was in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I kept forgetting he was in this movie, and then he'd pop up, and I'd be like, there he is.
Karen! No, but fucking at the end when like him and Kingo are off and he goes to say like his goodbyes, I started like almost crying again because I was like, no.
Yeah, because
Goodbye.
when you first are introduced to him, and he's like, oh my god, it's the famous Eternals.
They're like, "Huh?"
And they're all like, what? And then, because they all have this thing where they're all like, oh yeah, we went to college with each other. But he's still doing that, even though he just referred to them all as the Eternals. I
Yeah.
like how they're also doing a production of the Eternals in Bollywood. He's playing Icarus.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Kingo is very good in this. He's kind of the
Yeah.
comedy relief.
He is him and Kareem.
Yeah.
Him and Karun are kind of the
And
comedy
Gilgan.
reliefs, but he doesn't ever feel like he's the main comedy relief. This doesn't feel like a Marvel movie.
It doesn't, but I kind of like that.
Same.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it because it's not. There's a couple of times in this movie where I laughed, but there's also scenes in this movie where I laughed out of like pure joy, because I was like, that's a reference to something that happened earlier.
Mhm.
But there is some like really funny scenes, especially with Kingo and Karun. Um, I can't really think of many others off the top of my head. Sprite has a couple of good like one-liners,
Yes.
along with Cersei.
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh is just the way
Oh.
Sprite turns him into a big baby. It's very good. The way he was also
Look
very
at him.
oblivious to it.
Yeah. And then he
Um,
notices, I'm a baby.
yeah, he's just like, um, I like how probably my favorite aspect of this movie is that it explores a lot of like human traits and human like ideals and morals, especially without using humans.
Yeah.
Like there's towards the end they're all kind of trying to figure out whether or not they should save. It's either they save humans, and then another celestial won't be born, so more life won't form basically, or they let the humans die and like let billions and billions more life live. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, if you give humans the choice of that, what would they pick? Obviously, we would save ourselves because we're selfish pricks. Or Elon Musk would send a bunch of us up into space.
Into space.
Into space. But there's a lot of like there's a lot of kind of everyone has a different opinion in this movie.
Yeah.
Like Icarus, Kingo, Sprite. Sprite doesn't really have a different opinion. Sprite kind of is
Yeah.
going along with it, but everyone else is like, "Oh well, we probably shouldn't do this, but we're going
Drew's
to."
yous need me now.
Druig is Barry Keoghan,
What
most
a man.
Irish name ever, is is phenomenal in this movie. I've never seen him in anything before.
He's in a good few things.
What were you saying? He's 29.
He is 29 years of age. Like, he only just turned
Yeah,
29
and
in, like, October.
and Macari is 40.
She's 43 years old,
Are you
married, and
That's wild. She's very good in this. She's the first deaf superhero in media in general,
yeah.
I think. But
Yeah, she's 40 years old.
wow, she doesn't look a day over like 21.
No.
Um, she's very good. I feel like Thomas has not said much. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Thomas, do you have any thoughts? Or is the head empty?
Gilgamesh, great person, great guy, loved him.
Gilgamesh just.
What did
He
you?
was the best
Oh,
part
go
of
on.
this movie for me.
Okay, I can see that. I can see why is another thing.
I loved his fighting style where he just kind of like punched him. I was like, all right, you're right, grand, boom,
Yeah,
again.
he's
I
kind
loved
of
how
a
he bit one of them.
yeah. He bitch slapped a deviant, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a lad.
I also love how
Uh,
he's just like. I love that scene where, and who I was seeing it also kind of pointed this out to me, like where they go to find him and Dana, and they're living out in the desert, and he's become like a baker. Like
Yes.
he makes his own fucking alcohol. He he bakes. He has his own like furnace built. It's fucking really good. But he's like, "Oh, who wants a pie?" And they're all like, "No, hang on, we have to be serious for a second. Ajax is dead." And the way he like sits down, or like the way the pie like falls out of the pan, and he like sits down and just like crushes it. That's the
Yeah.
first piece of like physical grief we see in this movie,
Mm.
yeah.
which is like really good. It's also the first, other than fighting the deviants, is like the first piece of like violence in this movie.
Yeah.
Or well, I know we're not really fighting the deviants, but like I don't know. It's a really good way to like show physical grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just very good actor. Don Lee, I don't know his he goes by Don Lee, but he also goes by something else.
Like Donnelly is kind of like his stage name because
Yeah,
he's from yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his other name, and I don't want to butcher it
I
up.
don't want to butcher it, so we're gonna refer to him as Don Lee or Gilgamesh.
Actually, going down.
Um, yeah, I wish Ajax was in this movie a bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like one of my, I guess, dislikes towards the film is that she's not in it more.
Mm,
But that's literally about it.
yeah, I kind of hope when the second one comes around, she's in it. But I don't know if she
Yeah.
will be because they're not. They don't need to like form the team now, so they
Yeah.
don't need to do like flashbacks.
Yeah. It'd be
Which
nice to hear in the like 7,000 years that she was on Earth.
yeah, because we don't see that.
At all.
We
We
see
see
a lot of This movie
it goes
really
from
focuses on Cersei and Icarus and
it
Sprite,
does.
Yeah.
which I don't mind as much. I like Cersei. I don't know
Gemma
why, but I
Chan.
didn't love Sprite. But I think
Yeah.
that's kind of the point. I think you're kind of meant to be like, oh, this is a kid and they're immature and they're too big for their boots, kind of.
Yeah, and it makes sense at the end of the film.
Yeah, at the end of the film, all
Yeah,
they want is to grow up, and they're
yeah, and
like
then
ready for that like decision.
yeah, when she's there complaining to like Cersei and then Drugs is like,
I like how I mentioned it earlier, but there's a lot of callbacks. Like at the start of the movie, Cersei is addicted to her phone, and then Cersei gives Sprite a
yeah,
phone at the end, and Sprite is then addicted to the phone when she's like a proper teenager. Good
right.
joke. Um, what else? The celestial design in this movie.
Oh my
That
god.
is terrifying.
That
Overwhelming.
Ashram, yes,
Ashram.
Ashram.
Aram. Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
he is horrifying. He is so cool. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he's cool.
huge.
Massive.
He's so big. His head is like the size of like wherever they are, whatever city they're in at the end.
Mm,
He's mental.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably bigger, but then again, they have to come out of the earth, so probably not.
yeah.
But I like that thing of like, I like how everything in this movie is just made up nonsense. Like it's like, oh yeah, the Celestials just impregnate worlds, and then the world gives birth to a new Celestial, basically. It's like okay,
yeah.
you kind of just go along with it
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
because everything in the MCU is made up nonsense, and this just pushes it so much farther.
And you're like, oh yeah, fair enough.
But it's not really dropped on you. There's a lot of like stuff going towards it, um like with the earthquakes. You're kind of just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Just as a fucking celestial being made of God, of course there's going to be an earthquake.
Yeah, I didn't like at the end how they're like, At the end, when they show Icarus killing Ajax, they go, "Oh yeah, the ice melted because of the." They were like
Emer-
the emergence. They were like, "Oh, the ice melted because the core is heating up to create the celestial." I didn't like that because I was like, it really just seems like you're trying not to say global warming in a Marvel movie.
yeah,
I think it kind of should have just been, oh, it's the emergence and there's an aspect of global warming. Because
yeah.
this universe would be filled with it would be worse than the Earth we're living on in this movie.
Yeah,
But
but
then
then
again,
like
they had half the universe cut in half,
yeah,
so
5 years, and that probably made it go down a bit.
probably made it go down a lot. Especially since Tony
Wait,
Stark wasn't firing off weapons during that time either.
so what you're saying is Thanos helped stop global warming?
Well, yeah,
I guess.
that's his
He's
plan.
not a bad guy.
Speaking of Thanos, he's mentioned a lot in
Oh,
this.
he really is.
I counted like 4 times.
Yeah, he's mentioned at this. They're kind of like Thanos did this, Thanos did that. See, my confusion in this movie, it wasn't answered in the movie. But how do they know about Thanos? Other than he's the son of one of them, isn't he?
He is eternal
I know he's an Eternal, but is he the
with a
son
D.
of one?
No, he is
One
an
of these
eternal.
ones.
With
Okay.
a G.
Yeah, he is the deviant like
That's why he's all
message.
purple and
Hmm. And that's why he's also just huge, like
he's just
physically big. But alright, I guess we have to. If we're talking about Thanos, we have to talk about Star Fox
we have to talk about
or
his brother.
Evos. So post-credit scenes. There's two of them. I had to. There was these three girls in front of us in the cinema, and they were like, the first after credit scene came up, and then turned off, and then they like got up, and I was like, do I tell these that there's a second one? The credits of this movie are way too long. I felt
Yeah.
so bad because I was like, lads, you know there's a second one, and they were like, oh, I don't think there is, and I was like, no, they're like there is. I know someone who saw it, and then they were like, oh, okay, and then I was sat there in the credits, and I was like, are they not gonna show it? Because the credits then are so long because they filmed in all these locations, and they had to like hire so many people to like recreate Mesopotamia and and
Babylon.
Babylon and everything. They had to recreate that accurately. There's so many more people working on this movie than an average Marvel movie.
Honest to God.
So the credits are so long,
Yeah, and you're just there like,
and I was there like, I feel so sorry that I told these girls to stay in the cinema, and they're not even gonna show the second one. They did, thank God. I was like, oh my God. But Patton Oswalt voices Pip the troll. He's a drunk.
I
He's a
thought
little
that
drunk
would
troll.
be it. I thought that was gonna be it, and I was gonna be like, that's shite. Why the fuck is this motherfucker in it?
See, I was like, I was before we went into the cinema, we were in a bookstore, and they pointed out a book, and they were like, "This is based on a Harry Styles fan fiction," and I was like, "Oh no, I forgot about him," like out loud, because I had known about this, I had known about his cameo, and they did as well, but they didn't say it at the time because I don't think they like remembered it at the time. But during like I just every like couple of hours or so I would just be like, "Oh no." Cuz I would just randomly remember him like in this movie. He's not that bad. He's in it for
He's
like
not.
40 seconds. He's not that
And
bad, but I don't I don't want to see a movie with him in it, really.
yeah, I know he actually has Harry Styles has a film coming out with like Florence Pugh next year, and it looks deadly.
Apparently he was
So
like Chloe Zhao's like number one pick in the first place. These weren't
yeah,
like normally what happens is Kevin Feige goes to you as a director and he's like, "Can you do this for an after credit scene?" But you
yeah.
can also just go to Kevin Feige and be like, "I want to do this," and he's like, "Okay."
Sure, go on.
And she did that. Both of the after credit scenes were not given to her. She gave them to Marvel.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the way it's like, you see this kind of like portal thing coming up, and
Yeah,
then
he's there.
the troll comes out.
The control. I thought it was gonna be something to do with the multiverse. Why is there like how long now?
Yeah, I was talking to someone recently about it who had seen it, and they were like talking about it, and I wanted to know about the after credit scenes because I knew about him playing Ethos or Star Fox.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Star Fox because it's easier. But I knew about that, so I was like, oh, let me like, what actually happens in that scene? Like, does he have makeup on, or is it just Harry Styles? It's just
Harold Styles.
Harold Styles, hairstylist. Um, it's just him, which he's funny in that scene because it's just him and
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt bickering,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "You need me because I know something you don't." It's like, just tell them so you can fuck off. Fuck off back to One Direction.
Yeah.
The One Direction I want to see him in is out with the MCU, please. Off you go. I'm excited for the second one. I don't know when that's gonna come out. Probably like 2025.
Wow.
But then the second credit scene is Kit Harington, famous Game of Thrones actor.
Jon
Is
Snow.
at the very end of this movie, he's like, Cersei, I love you, but there's something about my family you don't know, because there's something I didn't know about you, so I have to also have something interesting about my character. And then she gets absolutely punted away by Ashram. And
He's like,
Ashram's like, you prick, you messed it all up.
for Judgment Day, like the Terminator.
Judgment. I like how he's just a god, basically. He's just like, you're either going to heaven or you're going to hell. And with you goes all the humans.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. But he's just like, he goes home, and he has a very mysterious box with his family crest on it. And he opens it, and there's a very mysterious sword. And he touches the sword, and it touches him back. And then there's a voice from off screen that says, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Or something along those lines. Maybe it's you're not ready for that. I don't know, it's something like that. Who says that, Thomas?
He was like, I'll do it.
Blade.
Blade says that. He's the Black Knight, right? Kit Harington is the Black Knight. That's who he's meant to be playing.
Yeah.
So is he gonna be in the
Blade
movie then?
Possibly, I guess.
Because I pointed it out to Neve before this, but there's someone in the Hawkeye trailer that looks like Kit Harington. It's in the Discord if you want to go take a look at it, Thomas.
Yeah.
I don't think it is him.
Shut up. Sorry, my dog he's just being a little.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. They all are.
Like shitty CGI version of Kit Harington.
Yeah, it doesn't. See, it looks like Kit Harington, but it's also like very bad, low quality image.
Yeah.
And he's not on the IMDb, so I'm very confused. I understand, like they probably wouldn't want to post anything about it because they're like, the movie just came out in Ireland on Friday.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like, I was on Twitter. I think it was only Saturday actually, but IGN put up a thing. It was like, now that everyone's seen the Eternals, I was like, they only came out here today. Like, calm down. Haven't fucking seen it at all. No one in the country has, pretty much.
Yeah, because the premiere was 2 weeks ago, and basically for all spoilers is gone. Basically, anyone can say anything now.
Yeah. Spoiler territory spoilers is such a dodgy thing on the internet. I hate it so much because everyone has like a different perception of what a spoiler is. I
came home from the cinema Friday, went onto TikTok as one does, and fucking first thing I saw, Eternal spoilers. I was like, you're glad I only saw that about half an hour ago.
But then again, it probably gave you spoilers for it because, like, you know, your cookies and stuff, and like kind of your microphone and stuff would have picked up on it.
The phone's listening.
The phone's listening.
Phone.
The phone's watching.
The phone is the watcher. Anyway.
Oh,
I
Oh.
don't really know. I have so many thoughts on this movie, but I also
Yeah,
forget. I'm forgetting like a lot of the scenes in this movie. What did you
Yeah.
think of the twist that that the Celestials are pricks?
no, I kind of felt like they would be.
Yeah, I kind of felt like by the end of this movie, you are going to figure out either the Eternals are pricks, the Celestials are pricks, or the Deviants are not pricks. It's the same thing with like Captain
It was-
Marvel, how it's like, oh yeah, the Skrulls aren't pricks, we're pricks. It's like, okay. But I actually really enjoyed the twist. I saw it coming though because when they first kind of announced the Eternals a while back, they were trying to promote who they are to a lot of people that didn't know them. So they had like a 1 minute like ad on YouTube, and it was on their like YouTube channel as well. But it was kind of going through like a new Eternals comic book line about the Eternals being lied to about their where they came from and how like
Yeah.
how they originate. I was like, oh yeah, I was saying to the person I was with, and I was like, oh yeah, I was, oh yeah, I saw this thing before, and it was like in some versions they're like lied to, and then that happened 20 minutes later. And I was like, oh, I feel really bad for saying that now, but I think it's really well done. How it's like
Yeah.
the Celestials are just a bunch of scumbags. They're just impregnating universes.
And they're all, or we had that.
We sure.
I'm not calling back.
Why don't they just? Oh wait, never mind. I was about to say, why don't they just impregnate worlds that have no life on them? But it's the strength that they pull from. The reason Celestials are born is because there has to be a certain amount of technology and human life. So the emergence was meant to happen 5 years ago, but Thanos snapped, so half of life went, and the Celestials couldn't grasp enough energy to like form. So it happened when everyone came back, which I think is quite interesting. When the fuck does this movie take place though? Because there's no hint to anything outside of it and outside of the snap. So in reality,
I
this
said,
can take place anytime between Endgame and Spider-Man: Far From Home, probably.
yeah, I say it's either like 6 months to a year after like Endgame.
Mm.
I wouldn't say any more than that.
Yeah. And how long this movie spans over like the course of what 10 days ish?
7.
Yeah.
I know, but they find out. Oh well, yeah, it would have been 7 actually, because yeah, it is 7. Sorry. I guess we just talk about that final fight.
Mm.
Of them, they don't fight a Celestial. They just kind of stop it from being born.
Yeah.
Cersei kind of goes, and no, the fight scene with like Macari and Icarus, and then what's his name?
Fastos.
Fastos. That was brilliant.
And
Yeah.
Thane is there for a bit of it, and so is that deviant, whose name escapes me. I think it's Aso.
Bill
Bill
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård, the deviant. Is fucking wow. I'm so happy that first of all there's a gay superhero in this movie, an openly gay
Yes.
superhero. But second of all, there's the first speedster in the MCU, and they don't work anything like the Flash does. Which I love the Flash, so I really like speedsters. But the way that this is done, especially how she has like this kind of, she doesn't punch things. It's the air around her that like she's generating so much energy that there's like so much friction between her and the air, and she uses
Yeah.
that to like punch. It's so well done and designed, and it's so like accurate. Because she's not like the Flash where she has like the Speed Force where she just gets infinite amounts of energy. She just is fast.
Yeah. I'll be back in a moment.
Grand.
The mother one.
What else? Fastos is really cool. His like
Oh,
his power.
yeah, I
His
like his
entire
power.
character is really good.
Yeah,
How he's kind of like sarcastic. You wouldn't. I like how at the start of this movie, I knew he was gay, but going in
mm,
but at the start of this movie, he's not like stereotypical gay. He's just a normal
yeah,
guy, and then later on, he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a husband and a kid."
yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is wow. I love this.
Yeah.
Hey Neve, sorry, we're
Where,
talking about Fastos.
eh,
Oh,
yeah, I
also,
leave in like 15 minutes.
What?
I have to leave in 15 minutes.
Grand, we're probably gonna be finished up
right.
by then anyway.
All right, I can speed run all my notes on it.
Grand, yeah. I forgot you had notes, so I'll let you just talk for a
No,
bit.
talk about something first. This man, Thomas, 10 minutes before the film, went into a bookshop and was like, I need a pencil. And we were like, why the fuck do you need a pencil? Anyway, boys said pencil, and then he's like, oh, I need something to write on. We're like,
Mm.
Thomas, go sort yourself out. So then we leave the shop, me and two other fellas. And then he comes out, and we're like, why did you need it? And then it pops in my head. I'm like, this man's going to take notes during the film with his stupid copy and pencil.
I would have if I was on my own.
He looked like a dope.
I
he hit it.
Thomas, if I
He
went
hit
to Cheese yesterday, I would have done the exact same. I would have brought it with me.
I didn't.
Funny thing is, that did not cross my mind at all.
Brought this.
I
Wait,
just
what?
bought a pencil because I needed a pencil for school,
Oh
and I
yeah,
bought a copy.
wasn't it literally just that you liked the look of the copy or something?
Yeah, because the copy is blank, and I've been looking for a blank copy
Yeah, it took me
for
ages
ages.
to find my one. Good thing the fucking school handed them out to keep it on the student voice, or I wouldn't have it. But I love it. I love having a blank one.
Yeah, it's so much less
It's
restricting.
so much easier. I also got for my
Fine.
birthday recently. I don't think I'm gonna take any notes for the podcast on it. But I have like a journal diary thing, and it has like
Right.
blank pages in it, and it also has like lined pages in it, like the other half, and it's very nice.
Yeah,
I don't think I'll use it for the podcast, so I don't know what I'll use it for.
Personal things.
Yeah, I suppose. Um, but yeah, I need to. Yeah, Thomas. Sorry, go through your notes.
right. So, action scenes, all the action fighting scenes, loved every single one of them. Every power is done beautifully. Like the design of the powers, and I like the gold kind of way it goes
Hmm.
and forms and shit. Fastos's power, it's really cool. I like his whole technical thing. My favorite power out of them all is Gilgamesh because big strong punch. It's nice. It's simple. It's cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like how in this movie though, it's not the same as the comics where they all just have each other's powers. In the comics,
yeah,
they can all fly, they can all shoot lasers, they can all shoot finger blasts, they can all punch. So they all just have each other's powers in the comics, but in this they give one to each, and it's way more effective because you get to have like certain scenes with certain characters like Druig. You get to really like show off how he's right.
Mm.
He's
mm,
like, we shouldn't be doing this. We are very bad people for allowing humans to hurt each other. And
Yeah.
so he fucks off into the Amazon rainforest for like 1,000 years.
yeah.
And he's
This is
But
tied
he's
together.
also doing the same thing the Celestials are doing to the Eternals,
yeah.
which is like it's really well done in my opinion. Sorry, Thomas. Go on. I'll shut my mouth for a bit while I eat my roll.
Oh, jeez. The comedy in this film, it's done really well. Like most of my problems with previous Marvel films is that the comedy kind of stops like the drama and the kind of intenseness of like
Seriousness,
fight
yeah.
scenes. But in this film, it seems like it's done in a way that it goes with the scene, it goes with the intenseness, and it's not
It
just
flows very
anything.
well with the characters because a lot of the funny scenes in this are like characters playing off each other.
Yeah,
It's not just like a hero talking to the villain like, "Oh, you son of a bitch," and everyone's like, "Ha!"
yeah. It's great. References there. I've noted there were two major references I saw. There was one where Icarus was reading a Star Wars book
Yeah,
for some reason.
the kids Star
And the
Wars
second one,
one.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Just he was just reading it.
Hmm.
I think it was a Lego Star Wars as well,
It
and he was
was.
just
Even
yeah.
better.
Icarus loves Lego, it seems. Second big thing, like this was something that really surprised me. Superman was mentioned.
Superman is mentioned in. He was mentioned in one of the trailers, and everyone was like, "Why is this happening?"
Yeah,
And everyone was like, "So is Superman a fictional character in this universe, or what?" I think she was kind of just like, "There's so much up in the air about this universe that you can really kind of say anything, and it doesn't really matter."
Yeah.
So yeah, Superman is just a comic book character in this universe, which is really funny to me. And Warner Brothers
yeah,
are just okay with that. They
Yeah.
don't really seem to care at all. So
yeah.
I mean, they just name drop him, which this is like the second movie to mention Superman we've done on this podcast as well.
Yeah.
It's just we need to stop doing this.
No, it's just Aunt May and her love for Superman.
She wishes she could marry Superman instead of Ben.
Instead of Ben.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Sorry, Thomas.
whoa! Don't
Whoa,
diss my boy Ben Parker. Ben Parker is a mega chad. He could bitch slap
Oh
Superman.
my
Okay,
god.
right? The only reason he he's dead is because right that bullet had super mega ultra kryptonite.
Yes.
Right,
I
that's why
understand.
it killed him.
It's not because he was an ordinary, like, 70-year-old man and just died because he got shot. No, it's because he was filled with fucking kryptonite.
He also sacrificed half of his power, all half of his power, to kind of stop Thanos from existing for a short
Shut
period
up,
of time.
Thomas.
That's my head.
Shut up.
That's his head cannon. Oh god.
This is exactly why you don't run the podcast.
I do. Jordan
we
said
have
so.
to. I didn't say this. We have to
He
clarify
did.
this. Thomas does not run the podcast.
He said it in a voice message, but then he deleted it.
It didn't.
Because it didn't
Yeah.
exist.
That didn't
You're
happen,
making up
Thomas.
lies.
What's he doing?
Liar
Um, what else is there in this movie? Yeah, Fastos is just very good.
Yeah.
Marquetti, or wait, is it? Macquarie, sorry. Macquarie and Druig's relationship is so good.
It's so...
Just that kind of like, maybe they like each other, maybe they're just really good
Maybe
friends.
on. Yeah.
I really like that. I didn't really like that Sprite is in love with Icarus.
Yeah, that felt a bit icky to me.
I think it's just the fact that Sprite looks young.
Yeah.
But you have to also remember, these are 7,000-year-old characters who have also known each other for 7,000 years.
Yeah.
And some of them had like frequently seen each other. Like her and Icarus had obviously seen each other a lot through that 7,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the problem of Sprite had to move every 5 years,
Yeah.
which is really sad. And I'm glad that they make her a human at the end. Did you notice that the Ashram, when he comes and grabs the Eternals, he doesn't grab Sprite? Because now
Nice.
she's a person of the planet. She doesn't count as an Eternal anymore. He doesn't really have control over her.
Mm.
Yeah, no, Star Fox, yeah, fine. I like how Icarus flew into the sun.
I didn't cop that.
You didn't cop it. I noticed it like straight away. And the person I was with was like, the bitch. What a coward, running away. And I was like, I think I don't know if it's meant to, but I thought it was meant to reference the fact that earlier in the film he says, Cersei, if only I could move to another planet but keep the memories of you. Or
Yeah.
if I die one day, I hope to keep the memories of you when I'm reborn. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I think he's meant to choose. He's trying to choose how he dies so he can die still loving her. But I don't know. That's kind of what I got from it. Also, it's just like the immense regret and like him not being able to lead through on his own morals based on his own like lack of heart. Or well, I
Yeah.
guess he has too much of a heart in the end because he can't kill Cersei.
Yeah.
I also like how everyone's like, he's the strongest. He's so buff. Everyone in this movie references it like every 5 minutes. And then he's like, yeah, he's probably him and Cersei are probably like on each other's level of strength. But he has too much of a heart to kill her. So
Yeah.
he's really not the strongest. Like he's the physically strongest, but he's the emotionally weakest. I think probably, in all fairness, Druig is probably the most emotionally strong character in this movie.
Probably him or Tina.
Yeah. But then again, Thena is like just she kind of like embodies that with what's it called? Old. They put a name on it.
It's
Old fear.
it's she just gets all her memories and
It's a
she's like,
weird
oh
name. Yeah, but it's like she knows the truth, or not the truth, but she has like fractured memories of the past, and
Yeah.
she can kind of
yeah.
like feel when the emergence or like what is happening, and it's like it's fucking terrifying,
Mm.
especially when like when you see her kind of out drawing and she's on her own and you're kind of just sat there like
The
what's
fuck?
happened to her
Yeah.
because you don't know if they go up to her and she's just gonna fight them. That's what I was thinking. I thought she was just gonna turn around and try and kill one of them, that she had
Yeah.
just kind of like completely succumbed to it, but no, she ends up like being probably the driving force of the team.
Yeah.
It doesn't come into play too much, which I'm quite happy about.
Yeah. It's not just kind of used all the time.
It's kind of used very sparingly, and it's used to create very emotional scenes.
Yeah.
Like it happens in the forest before Gilgamesh dies, and then when Gilgamesh is about to die, he says, "Remember."
Yeah.
And then
No.
when the deviant Bill Skarsgård has Angelina Jolie, he's like, "Oh, don't you remember?" He's like talking from Gilgamesh's voice or something,
Yeah.
and he says like, "Don't you remember?" And it like snaps her out of it because it was like the last thing he said to her.
Yeah.
Also, that thing of like Kingo said something along the lines that Ajax said to Icarus before she died,
Mm.
and that's why he like leaves. I don't know. I really like this whole movie. I've way too many thoughts. The first gay kiss is in this movie though. So happy.
Ooh.
And they're not like I didn't get to say this earlier. I completely forgot. But they're not like censoring this movie like at all. They're not making like a censored version. It's just
Yeah.
this is the movie, and it's either not going to be shown in places or it's going to be shown in places. There's no like anti-gay version of this film.
Yeah.
I like how Fastos is also like he's that overbearing parent.
Yeah. Oh, at
Yeah.
the end where like they're in Ajax's house.
That's not
And
Ajax's house. I don't. Oh wait, it is Ajax's house. Sorry, I thought you said Fastos in my head.
then,
Sorry.
no, and then fucking the young one couldn't get the orange, and he was like, "Oh, let me get you."
And he
And he's
he
like,
thinks
"I
like
don't
she's
know."
like dead, or he's dead. Sorry. I think the kid's name is Jack, but I don't know. I didn't check what the actor's name was, but he's good in this. He's cute.
No, he's a kid.
Yeah, like he's just, but he doesn't like. I don't
He's
know.
not
Like he's
freaking.
meant to be 10. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he's not.
really look it, but it's like, yeah, this is
He's
fun.
just kind of like, "Oh, these are my dad's friends. Nice."
Oh, you're Superman. except you
Grand
don't
job.
have a cape. Like, cool. I had a feeling that Icarus was going to be evil.
I didn't. I didn't have a notion.
See, I did because it's just the media has become so saturated now. Like, we have a Superman, except he's not Superman, so he's evil.
Yeah.
Like Invincible did it, The Boys did it twice, I think. Um, what's it called? Brightburn, I guess, did it.
Yeah. Right one did that.
I need to watch Brightburn. But like, it's just there's so many things now where it's like, what if Superman was evil?
Yeah.
I think there's another one that I can't put my finger on at the moment. But I was kind of like, also from just the scenes where he's like fighting deviants and he's kind of just like fighting. He has this like emotionless look to him in a lot of scenes. I think
Yeah. Yeah.
Icarus plays a lot of like emotion. He's very good, the actor. I don't know
Yeah.
his name, but Richard
Richard Maiden.
Madden, or is it Madden or Madden? I think it's Madden.
Madden. Sorry.
Richard Madden is so good at conveying emotion in this. I mean, I knew from Rocket Man that he was good,
Oh, yeah.
but like,
I knew he was in a drama on BBC called The Bodyguard. Very good. He's brilliant in that.
he just seems to be very brilliant. I hope this kind of like paves another. I kind of hope this paves his way into more things.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very good in this. I wouldn't mind seeing Taron Egerton in an MCU movie.
Yeah.
Some people said he should play Wolverine. Could work.
I don't know.
I don't know if Wolverine would work, but I think Taron
I'm too
Egerton would
used
work.
to you. I'm too
Yeah.
used to you. Because he's perfect in it.
Mm. I hope to God some of the like multiverse of madness rumors are true. I won't say them because like they're kind of
Yeah.
wild and there's a lot of them, but hope they are.
Yeah, that's kind of all that I really had on
Yeah.
the movie. I'm still
I'm
thinking
still
about
processing
it.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably like next week we'll probably like say a bit more.
yeah, we probably will. Speaking of next week, we're doing the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
So I cannot wait for that. I'm so happy because I really like the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. Oh, Thomas is on mute again. But
Oh.
I really like the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. The second one is okay. But yeah, I can't wait to talk about it next week because I have so many opinions on
Yeah.
that first one.
Yeah, all in all, Eternals, I'd probably give it like a 9.5.
What would you say what would you rank it out of all your Marvel movies though?
Top 5.
Top 5? Is that including like WandaVision and Loki and
No, the shows are their own thing for me. I just
See, I was thinking like this is definitely it's probably an A tier for me. It's like very
Yeah.
up there. I don't know about my top 5 because my top 5 changes like so often. I
yeah,
think
I
right
just
now
and I watch them,
yeah,
you know.
and what I've watched recently and what I've like learned about different things because I always learn new things like with each rewatch. Like yesterday,
Yeah.
I was saying like I watched Guardians 2 again, which is probably one of my favorites. But like I realized I like learned a lot like just from watching it again.
Yeah.
James Gunn is fucking some lad. If James Gunn could direct every Marvel movie, I would let him because it would be so good. Everything would just
DC, don't look at DC.
yeah, and like if he could just direct every movie ever, I would be like yes.
You could just direct every like superhero movie, that'd be good.
He's very good at it.
Yeah.
But then again, I like what's his name?
Taika?
No, I like the guy who made like Justice League and well, not the first one. The new one.
Ah.
Zack Snyder. I really like Zack Snyder. He's good. I like
Yeah.
his idea for the universe. And I feel really bad for him that he just couldn't go through with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think either of you have watched it, but the Zack Snyder's Justice League is good.
Yeah, I haven't watched much DC things.
Well, I'll
Seems-
say it to you now. It saved that shit show of a movie. If you saw the Joss Whedon version, a lot of actually the Joss Whedon version is like from the Zack Snyder cut,
Yeah.
but it's still like quite refreshing. It's very good. Except for Jared Leto,
We don't talk about him.
it's just very no. And he's playing Morbius. I mean, I know why they cast him. It's because he looks like a vampire.
He
Like
is a
he
vampire,
does.
doesn't
He
he?
looks like a vampire and he talks like a vampire. So
They
obviously,
should have got, in my opinion, for Morbius, maybe like Jared Way
yeah,
for my romance.
would have been very good.
Anyway, I kind of need to leave now,
Yeah, grand. So,
as I have a very
Yeah.
important match to attend.
oh, okay. I didn't know it was this early. So good luck. Neve's playing in our final.
I'm not
Uh,
playing it.
Oh, right. Neve's
The
off to
senior
our
lad.
final.
I am,
Um,
but
that's been us, I suppose. I've been Jordan.
I've been Nave.
And I've been Thomas.
We've been the Silly Geese. We'll pop back into you next week with the Amazing Spider-Man. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. And good luck, good luck, good luck.